Here we are, back to the gov.uk guidance, check temporary import tariff rates after a no-deal Brexit. As a recap, we previously saw that the UK Trade Tariff Tool is a great tool to help with commodity codes, which are chiefly used in customs declarations. You can search for UK Trade Tariff Tool, or go directly to https://www.gov.uk/trade-tariff. At the start of this series of videos, we arrived at this page and saw in the overview that new rates may apply on a no-deal Brexit. These rates would be temporary, lasting no longer than 12 months. We asked the question, why are these rates temporary? To get more information, let's jump over to a gov.uk news story. Temporary tariff regime updated. At https://www.gov.uk/government/news/temporary tariff regime for no-deal Brexit published. Don't forget the dashes here. Although outdated, I feel it points us in the right direction. Here we see. This regime is temporary, and the government would closely monitor the effects of these tariffs on the UK economy. It would apply for up to 12 months while a full consultation and review on a permanent approach to tariffs is undertaken. We also get confirmation that more imports by value will be tariff-free than the EU tariff prior to Brexit. Under the temporary tariff, 87% of total imports to the UK by value would be eligible for tariff-free access. Tariffs would still apply to 13% of goods imported into the UK. Also, some imported finished goods, such as imported vehicles, will face tariffs, whilst raw materials and parts, required by UK manufacturers, such as car makers, will find supportive rates for their industry to avoid disruption to their supply chains. Let's check the update to this article. The 8th of October, 2019. Here we see that 88% of total imports to the UK by value would be eligible for tariff-free access. We are also told here that the regime would apply for up to 12 months while a full consultation on a permanent approach to tariffs is undertaken from January, as part of work to develop the UK's independent trade policy. All businesses, interest groups and consumers will be able to share their views about the permanent tariff regime with the government through this process. Let's jump back. What will these temporary rates consist of? Preferential rates. Most favoured nation rates, referred to here also as non-preferential tariff rates. And a bit lower, we see quotas. We'll look at these in turn. Preferential tariff rates. These rates are taken from trade agreements that the UK has already signed. This link takes us to guidance. UK trade agreements with non-EU countries in a no-deal Brexit. We saw this page earlier. It shows trade agreements that have been signed, as well as agreements still under discussion. Towards the bottom, we see those countries that have a shared approach to issues related to standards and conformity. Mutual Recognition Agreements, MI. We use a no-deal Brexit scenario to illustrate aspects of conformity in later videos. For now, closing out of here. We also discussed Generalized Scheme of Preferences, GSP, earlier. This link takes us to guidance. The UK Generalized Scheme of Preferences. We see that the UK GSP is based on the EU GSP. The UK GSP will simply replace the EU GSP after a no-deal Brexit. As such, the UK and EU share 3 GSP frameworks. Least Developed Countries Framework, LDCF. These countries have quota-free access and zero-rate import duty. General Framework, this is for low to middle-income countries. These countries have reduced rates on import duty. And the third framework. Enhanced Framework. These countries are low-income and middle-income countries that are considered to have economies at risk, but that have also implemented 27 conventions relating to human and labor rights, the environment, good governance. We see goods graduation may happen, and this is where GSP preferential rates have been suspended on certain imports because the imports are already highly competitive without trade preferences. If GSP imports damage or threaten UK producers, then safeguarding measures will suspend the preferential rates on those imports. Importers of GSP goods must also prove the origin of those goods in order to receive GSP rates for import duty. GSP enquiries can be submitted via the Brexit Enquiries page. https://www.great.gov.uk/Brexit/contact/